Oh, my name is Paul Borowski, and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan, and I'm here to bring y'all our Business Plan Writers tip number 92, which is competition. What is it good for? Absolutely something. And what I mean by that is when you're writing your business plan, make sure to do a competitor analysis. And there's a certain way that I like to do my competitor analysis. And what I do is I'm going to first, obviously, I'm going to set up my title and make it a complete new subsection for the competitor analysis. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of identify who the competitor is, and I'm going to identify their website, the location, and their hours of operation if necessary. If you're a restaurant business owner, the hours of operation are obviously critical, information to include. The next thing that I like to do is I'm going to go ahead and summarize the competition in about a paragraph, and then I'm going to start analyzing the competition. And what I mean by analyzing the competition is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a look at, how is their operation working? How many employees, are they using? What are their price points? And, what is the theme or what is the company trying to convey? And the biggest thing I want to identify is what is their differentiations in services? What do they do different from everybody else? And when I'm doing this competitor analysis, what I'm always thinking about is comparing this entity to my client. What is this company doing better than my client? What are they doing worse than my client? What are they doing differently than my client? And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that information in this competitor analysis, is the differentiations, or what are they doing better and worse. And obviously, unfortunately, some people don't like to read too much. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to further break down my competitive analysis into specific strengths and weaknesses. I'm going to identify, the three strong points about the company. Every company is going to have some strong points. I don't care how bad they are. If they're in business, somebody's paying them to do something, and that service is important to somebody. So what are they doing right? And you want to identify that information, and then you also want to identify their weak spots. Where are they really dropping the ball? Because that's going to be some of the spots that you can exploit, for your opportunities. If they're not doing something well, you step into the marketplace and you start doing it well, you're going to capture a larger share of the business, over your competitors, because you've been able to identify their weakness and exploit that opportunity. The other thing that I like to do for my competitor section, excuse me, is I like to analyze two different competitors. Excuse me. I like to analyze two different competitors, and the simple reason for that is the more competitors that you analyze, the better understanding you're going to have of the totality of your marketplace. However, there's got to be a stopping point. You can't analyze 10 competitors because your head's going to be swimming. You're going to have so much information and so many, strengths and weaknesses all over the place that you're not going to be able to manage that the data properly and exploit the opportunities that you found. So what I like to do is, like I said, do two competitors. The final thing that I'm going to do in my competition section is what's called a strategic map. And so I'm going to take two variables in an industry, and for this industry right here, this example is a tutoring industry, and I'm going to put it on my y-axis a variable, and then on my x-axis a variable. In this industry right here, I'm using price and education. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some competitors in the marketplace. This is where I can use 4 or 5 or even 6 different competitors. And I'm going to go ahead and graph them as compared to what they charge for price and their educational requirements to work. But again, it's going to be 2 different variables depending on the industry. And then I'm going to go ahead and graph them. The higher the educational requirements, the further out. The higher the price, the further out. And so for this right here, I see that, you've got the varsity tutor, the prices are higher, the educational requirements are higher. As for my target company, which is my company, Tutor for Finance, the price is not as high. However, the educational requirements are the same. And then we've got, the tutor.com, study.com, and care.com, where the prices are low, but the educational requirements are low. And from that, you can see that the quality of tutors that people are going to be hiring are going to probably be lower as well in the totality. So hopefully this information is helpful to help you all understand how to best utilize the competition section and how to extrapolate information from this section, not only to be able to put it in your business plan, but also to use it for your future operations. And in conclusion, what I do want to tell y'all is I do have a couple books out. If y'all are starting a business, please check out my book that's Starting a Business is Like Playing a Video Game. Here are the level sheets. It's a great book for when you're starting your business, and it goes through the different stages that business owners are going to go through in order to start the business. And then I also have a book that's a complete small business guide to raising funds in 2019. So if you're a small business owner, you're looking to raise some funds, this book is for you. Take a peek, and I'm sure it's going to help you all through your fundraising process. And finally, if y'all need some help writing a business plan, my contact number is right here. Please just give me a shout, and love to help. Thank you.